just casually talk about one of the most painful things about being Krogan.
Yes?
My clan's stronger than most, and this trip... let's just say we're working on it.
You're much larger than the rest of the initiative species.
You'd think that'd help. Don't trust small people. Do anything to get their shots in.
We're approaching the scavengers that stole the Angaran satellites and destroyed the servers activated.
What are the odds they'll surrender peacefully?
Less than 1%. Bioresources in this region are available, Pathfinder. I've added them to your nav system.
That's it. Good work.
Scavengers chopped those missing Angaran satellites into scrap.
I'll have the Tempest retrieve what's left for transport to Aya.
No Angara here, just our people.
Mariko believes the initiative came to help.
You're always a welcome sight, Pathfinder. Still no word from our search vessel. How goes your hunt for the missing satellites?
Your people caught scavengers from Kadara port stealing them. There was a fight. Your ship lost.
I sent them out. And risked your life, too. The scavengers, Angaran? Have our deserters preyed upon us again?
We caught up to them. They attacked without warning. Might have been Rokar. We fought them off and recovered what was left of the satellites.
I'm so sorry, Pathfinder. And ashamed. This is not who we are. Please accept my apologies. I hope you can look past this.
Your government needs to do something about Kadara.
Sometimes I wish the Ket would wipe that world clean. I'll file a report with our leaders. Perhaps it's time the Resistance got involved. We'll rebuild the satellites and return them to space. I'll keep you updated with our latest charts.
Thank you, Mariko.
No, Pathfinder. Thank you.
Pathfinder, I studied the Angaran astronomer's data transfer. His files begin before the satellites. The initiative will benefit tremendously from this.
You got the Ket, we had Solarians. There's always someone thinking they're better than you.
I don't know many Solarians, but they seem nothing like the Ket.
You're right, you don't know many Solarians. is a conflict initiated with the intent of disrupting an enemy
Who
attack.
put this data pad here? It's not mine. Why does it keep appearing like this?
Error. That interaction is
What's
not
happening
understood.
here?
Report log.
Who are you? Is this your data pad? Are you one of them?
Is a strategic approach to destroying the enemy's command structure and military.
Who are you afraid of? Who is them?
Whoever's behind all this. Everyone's acting crazy, spouting all that nonsense. I can't remember how it started. I'm not even sure how I got here.
What do you mean?
Nobody's in their right mind. And there are these people, others. They showed up and they left this data pad. Ugh.
Deeper extrapolation on the matter is ongoing.
You feeling all right?
Terrible migraines. They strike without warning. I think it's them. I heard one of them say, "We left the data pad behind." Ugh. I'm fine now. I'm sorry to trouble you. It was nothing. Be seeing you.
More information is required. Retreat isn't. Describes the abandonment or rejection of societal goals and values.
I'm detecting unusual neural activity in this person. An outside signal is interfering with their brain pattern.
What can we do for them?
Nothing immediate, though if you scan others, I may be able to locate the source of the signal.
Deeper extrapolation on the matter is ongoing.
The scalar product is an operation that can be defined geometrically or algebraically.
What the hell are you doing to those people out there?
It's an experiment.
Physically, no harm has come to them. They're fine.
You're doing all this on purpose? Are you insane?
We've been called worse back home.
We used to work for an organization called Cerberus.
Until our boss decided he'd rather spend money on truly crazy ideas like bringing back people from the dead.
Project Lazarus. Pure voodoo.
But in Andromeda, we're our own masters. And what you saw out there, it's the birth of something amazing. A biological network.
A host of minds all linked together. Connected. We're harnessing the power of consciousness to create a new kind of supercomputer.
What is Cerberus about?
Purity. We think humanity should chart its own course, free of alien laws or the morality designed to hold us back.
Our boss was straying from the path, lost his focus. He and that Lawson woman were recruiting all the wrong people. Friends in low places.
Andromeda is a chance for a do-over. Humanity should call the shots here. The rest can follow our lead.
What exactly is this experiment doing to those people out there?
The right energy focused at the right frequency can entrain a person's consciousness. The mind is ultimately just electromagnetic patterns.
You mean mind control?
Those people were banished. They're criminals. They were using their minds to make trouble anyway. We thought we'd make better use.
And now, by linking them together, they're like a living computer, but working at the speed of thought. Similar to the computer you've got in your head.
What are you doing on Kadara?
The Badlands is a perfect place to do the work that needs to be done. Must be done.
Against all these new threats in Andromeda, it's vital we find an edge for humanity.
Enough of this. Sam?
I've located the control for the signal. It will shut the experiment down.
We can't stop you, but those
How do
people
we shut
depend
this
on the
experiment
signal.
down,
Their
Sam?
minds need it to
I can
function.
tune the signal
Leave it
against the
be.
scientists as punishment, freeing the people. The victims will likely suffer complications as a result. Or I can alter the nature of the signal to ease the victim's predicament and lock the system from further changes.
Or I could just walk away and do nothing. Change the signal. Try to make things easier on those people.
They're all dead. How did this happen?
I don't see signs of an attack.
Scanning the bodies could provide a clue. I have located the source of the SOS, marking the nav point on your map.
Pretty harsh learning that shit on Vold. Bright side, no children. Every cat an enemy.
An enemy who used to be family.
Right, we'll call it a wash.
Minerals via your mining interface. Blackened stomach and ulceration, consistent with poisoning by sulfuric acid. Most likely from consuming Kadara's water without proper filtration.
Kadara has been home to Angara for
encrypted.
centuries.
Sam, can you
They
get us
would
in?
never drink
Yes.
unfiltered
One moment,
water.
please. I suggest we examine the town's water supply. An Angara who lived here.
Play the first log, Sam.
More and more aliens keep showing up. They are desperate, dirty things who will pay anything for a slab of Ardhi and clean water. I thought all was lost when the Ket invaded, but maybe our luck's changing.
Let's hear the second log.
Today, I caught one of the aliens studying our filtration system. I had Karina and her sisters guard the facility. If these exiles learn how to make their own water filters, they won't need us anymore.
Final log, Sam.
Some of the aliens have set up shelter not far from here. They call it Charybdis Point. A band of them came today demanding we hand over our water filters. Karina and the others were able to drive them off, but I fear the desperate look in their eyes.
That's enough. Quite the menu.
Someone has tampered with the filter. The Angara ingested only enough sulfuric acid to be lethal over time.
But not enough that they'd notice right away. Skylar's log mentioned trouble with exiles. Let's check out this Charybdis Point.
Mentioned in Yafir's logs. Pathfinder. Then Terev claimed he buried the Ket transponder near this location. Water filters. The make and design matches those found in the Angaran town.
So exiles stole the Angara's design and poisoned them for good measure.
So much death. And for what?
Hey. What are you doing in here?
A better question is, where'd you get the design for these water filters?
Leave it alone, before you can't.
You murdered an entire town. I'm not leaving until I know why.
We came to them, starving, dying of thirst. But instead of helping us, those flapheads bled us dry. Credits, clothes, weapons. They took everything.
Not everything. You survived. You set up here.
The Angara are the only ones who know how to properly filter this planet's water. All we wanted was to be self-sufficient. I offered to pay for the designs. They refused.
So you poisoned them?
And took all their business.
You're a monster.
No, I'm a survivor. Kill them.
Hostiles ahead! Found it.
Clearly that's broken.
The transponder's power source is drained.
So let's juice it up. Turn it on, then Gil can work his magic.
Once complete, this should provide us with the Archon's location, and in turn, Meridian's.
We're one step closer to building a home in Helios.
Sure, kid.
Arriva? I haven't seen one like this.
Let's show it to Avela.
So your granddaughter, Kesh, is superintendent of the Nexus. I thought the Kroganor left.
Nexus Brass would have loved to see Kesh off that station with most of us. Myru Shan's special. She's keeping them honest.
Check it out. Someone got our SOS.
No shit, it worked.
We got your SOS. What's the emergency?
Oh, well, it's not like life or death or anything. It's just our plant over there is dying.
What the hell makes a plant so important?
It's how we make a living out here. Our plant, well, has medicinal properties.
Medicinal. Yeah, that sounds good.
And we sell it to, customers who need, medicinal assistance.
Yeah, but our heat lamp UV thing broke and it's gonna die. And you look like the clever type. Well, maybe you could find one?
I'll have to get back to you on that. Or not.
The first thing you just said. We'll take that option. Remember, a UV lamp thing.
You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
Taking in the view?
It's spectacular. These sulfur pools are dumping grounds for bodies. People hide all sorts of evidence out here.
And Kadara just keeps getting worse.
My name's Cineris. One day there'll be a reckoning for all these murders. I'm trying to collect the evidence and account for the victims.
That's just bleeding heart crusader crap. I'd rather collect whatever's on the bodies and make some cash.
This is Drexel, a leech. I'd prefer to shoot him, but that would kind of go against the whole grain of my work. These cesspools are scattered everywhere. If you find any bodies in your travels, let me know. Future justice will thank you.
Or let me know, and I'll thank you right now.
This body was dumped here, as Daenerys claimed. I have recorded the location and relevant DNA information for any future investigation. Another murder victim. I have logged the relevant information. Another murder victim. I have logged the relevant information. Another murder victim. I have logged the relevant information.
Be good as
Look out. Our connections won't do us any favors at a camp like that. Get ready to fight! That should do it. We found all we can. Let's get back to Daenerys. Looks like the Collective tried to get a ransom out of the outcasts. Wonder if it worked.
The attached nav point has been removed, Pathfinder. I can't determine the exchange location.
Hi again. Do you have the locations of the victims? It's the only way to make sure justice is served.
Or you could give the data to me for a quick reward. Something real.
Someone has to be held accountable for these murders.
Thank you. A civilization is nothing without justice.